going toe-to-toe with former and in a special heavyweight attraction. What a fight this is going to be. We bring you the skills of undefeated Aurora Muralimov, coming off a big win over former undefeated boxer Larry Duradola. And Muralimov will be fighting heavyweight Andre Carthon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some VIPs and guests in the press conference with us this evening. I would like to introduce you. We'd like to have them stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have pleasure to introduce this young man to you. He is the current WBA welterweight champion of the world. Here is Paulie Malignaggi. And my pleasure to introduce this gentleman to you, the former junior welterweight and undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Zab Judah. And here's a guy who just happens to be here in Vegas this weekend. We were together a few weeks ago in Atlantic City, where it was my pleasure to host the very first Atlantic City All-Star Boxing Gala event with all the superstars that fought in the history of Atlantic City. We had them there in one night. My pleasure to have introduced them then. I'm going to introduce them to you here tonight from HBO, Harold Letterman, right here. Harold, we both come from the same swipe. So. And now, my pleasure to introduce this next gentleman to you. What can I say? You talk about Las Vegas.
He did a nice job in
had more historic fights than any fighter in the history of Las Vegas. Fought all his great fights here. He won the heavyweight championship of the world right here in Las Vegas against Ken Norton. He knocked out Ernie Shavers right here in Las Vegas. Also, right here in Las Vegas, he knocked out Jerry Cooney in what was the largest grossing fight in the history of Las Vegas. The only man to ever stop Muhammad Ali. He did it right here in Las Vegas. My longtime co-host and announcing partner. Ladies and gentlemen, he held and defended the heavyweight championship of the world longer than any fighter in boxing history. The Hall of Fame heavyweight champion of the world, the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes. We go in it every week because I also have the pleasure of co-hosting the syndicated TV show, Larry Holmes Presents. What the heck were they thinking? We're going to call the champ up for a couple of words. Here he is, Larry Holmes.
This is the guy from Pittsburgh. The guy was doing a good job at the Riviera, Larry. All of a sudden, the guy goes like this. Waves him into the corner. I chose a couple of chairs, hit somebody right in and knocked him dead.
Las Vegas has been my home. And if it wasn't for Las Vegas getting here, I probably would have never got that shot at that title when I fought Kenny Norton, beating Kenny Norton. But you don't want to hear about that. That was then, this is now, and the focus on the two young men in here who want to take that next step. And I want to wish them the best. I want everybody to come out and check these guys out. Even though they got some competition down the road, but we're not kidding about those people. We're going to do our thing right here on Rough TV. People don't really know the station yet, but believe me, they're coming along real fast. HBO and all the other networks are trying to put shows on, move over, because here we come. And we're going to put on the best show, the best entertainment. And I want to wish all the fighters the best. And go out there, do what you got to do. It's no game. This is the hard game. Believe me, nobody gonna give you nothing. you're going to have to take it. And I'm sure your opponent is not going to just let you take it. And I'm going to be calling all the shots, along with Mike Nittman. If I see you doing something wrong, I'm saying, well, you just wrong. What's the matter with that training? How did you tell him? I'm not going to get on the training, it's too hard. But But anyway, I want to wish you guys very good luck, and I want to go out and do the best, and I want to stand and cheer them on, and I want to thank you all very much.
Thank you, Champ. And I think Las Vegas is still counting the money from the Jerry Cooney fight and the Muhammad Ali fight. They grossed multi-millions of dollars. And again, I think only Elvis sold out more shows than Larry Holmes right here in Las Vegas. As I said, we have quite a card with former champs Mundine and McKart and Sikorsky. It's going to be a great card that we have here. And a pleasure to be working with WEALTH TV and of course with the champ Larry Holmes to do all the great commentary around the world for WEALTH TV. Right now, I would like to call up a gentleman who really needs no introduction. He's a singer, songwriter, actor, recording producer. He does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Ray J.
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? I want to thank WEALTH TV for having me, for letting my company come on to this fight and bring on the talent. So my job today is to bring on some great talent. We have Tasha Scott from Knockout Entertainment. She's been on numerous amounts of television shows, music shows, television shows, sitcoms. I can go on and on. But we have Tasha Scott singing the national anthem. What's up, Tasha? Stand up. And also my goal with Knockout Entertainment and WEALTH TV is to bring more music, bring more reality to the fight world, cross-promote the music, cross-promote the reality television shows, and also cross-promote the fight world into three companies, and try to bring in more music into the fight world, try to bring more of the fight world into the music, into the reality television shows. So, you know, it'll be a long journey, but I just want to thank Robert, I want to thank WEALTH TV for having me and the team come on board. Thank you, guys. Good luck to the fight. Good luck.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, Ray J. How many of you have ever seen boxing on television? Raise your hands. Harold, of course you have. How many of you have ever seen boxing on television in 3D? Raise your hand. Well, then I say to the rest of you, you haven't seen boxing on TV, right, Mr. Herring, until you've seen it on WEALTH TV in HD and 3D. Ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to bring you this great action all over the United States of America, Canada, Australia, all around the world on WEALTH TV and WEALTH TV pay-per-view, also available in the United States on DirecTV, Verizon Fios, AT&T, Uverse, Comcast, Time, Warner Cable, Cox Communications, and other leading cable providers around the country and around the world. Now my pleasure to introduce to you a man who's been promoting all around the nation, all around the world, and great to be working with him right here Saturday night in Las Vegas on WEALTH TV. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome promoter Vlad Wharton, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nice attendance here, so I won't keep you for too long. Welcome, a very, very big welcome to our press conference. We're aware that, of course, today there was another press conference for another bout in Las Vegas, and we wish them all the very best. But I do want to say that, you know, when we had the date approved and drawn in, that's when they applied for the date. And the fact that there are 2 boxing events in the one night, I think only improves boxing. I think competition creates business and business improves, and we're very happy with that. But one thing I do want to say from a promoter's point of view is that in the professional level, I believe we've got the better fight card. And come Saturday night, we're going to show the results. We're really going to have tough contests, and I believe we've created a fans boxing card for fans' pleasure at ringside and for WEALTH TV pay-per-view viewers around the world. We're very excited and very privileged to be here today because this is really the first of many things to come. Firstly, it's the first time Millennium Events are staging a show in association with WEALTH TV here in Las Vegas in the great property of Palms Casino. Firstly, I want to thank them for providing us with a great property and the opportunity. I wanted to say also that I've had a short association with the executives of WEALTH TV, and I do want to say that they're the sort of people boxing needs, and they're the sort of people boxing has needed for a long time, because they really go out of their way to create great matches, and nothing is a problem to work for excitement. So not only is it a big factor from the perspective of delivering such a good quality product on their pay-per-view network, but also the fact that there is what boxing needs for the future. They're the guys that are going to solidify boxing for the next decade in comparison to already existing platforms. I also want to thank a few other people, such as our sponsors, the place of venue, WEALTH TV, of course, to a great extent for going to such out of their way to make it happen. Our matchmaker, Jack Ryder, all the participants who are here, and of course our fans and media and press who are present. Without you, we couldn't do it. We do promise you, we did forget to mention one other important boxer in the audience, and that's Layla MacArthur. Please stand up, Layla. Please give us a round of applause. She's the #1 rated female boxer in the world, and sometimes inactive because other opponents are not very keen to give her a fight. But we were almost looking to put her on this particular card. It didn't work out. But we're certainly looking to schedule one of her bouts in the very near future, and we look forward to coming and supporting her as well. Now, without any further ado, I'd like to go to the co-main event of the evening. As I said earlier, I believe we do have the better fight card on the night. And for many years, initially when he was first probably the highest paid football rugby league star in Australia at his young age. But even long before then, when I first arrived in Australia and I was watching TV when I still barely spoke English, I remember this great big boxer, and his name was Tony Mundine, and he was fighting the great Argentinian legend Monzon. I saw him on television. I'd like to give a big welcome to Mr. Tony Mundine. So the name Mundine in Australian is associated with athleticism and history in that regard. Tony Mundine himself, the dad, and of course Anthony, the great rugby league player, who within the last decade, at the age of 25, decided to go to boxing without almost having any amateur career, and after only a few fights managed to win 3 world titles. It's quite a unique achievement. And of course he, in the main event, it's his American debut in Las Vegas. He's been waiting for this opportunity because his career is at the stage where he wants to highlight his skills and what he's about to the American fan base, because he's so well known down under in that region. He's come out here to fight, the fight of his life against Bronco McKart in the main event, who himself is a former world champion. Bronco is on the left-hand side of me. He's fought Winky Wright. He's fought some of the best and toughest opponents and has never been embarrassed as a fighter. So come Saturday night, we really are going to have fireworks and fistworks going on. I don't think anybody will be disappointed. If anybody buys a ticket and is not happy with the show, I will personally refund them the money. It's that simple. That's our ceremony excitement. So I'd like to welcome any questions for the main and co-main events, if you like, and then we'll proceed to introduce the co-main events. Are there any press, please?
Anthony, you've been with your comments. Anthony, with your comments in the last few weeks, you've called out the name Floyd Mayweather. It's come out of your mouth a few times. You feel that with a win over McKart, that gives you the right to maybe get in line for that?
Nah, man, it's not gonna happen. Come on a platter like that. You know what I mean? McKart's a solid test for me, man. I respect him as a fighter. I respect every fighter, but he's gonna be dangerous because he's coming in ready to win and gonna try and stop my mouth, stop my talk. But yeah, the main goal is Mayweather. I think that I'm one of the few guys that can trouble him a lot because of my speed and footwork. But I'm not going to get him just beating Bronco. You know what I mean? I want to go on and climb the ladder and beat the better guys. And that's why I'm here. I feel I'm the best kept secret in boxing. And because I've been fighting down under since my career. And you ain't seen nothing yet. So I'm the one from down under. I don't want to show it on Saturday night.
All right. Right.
Any other questions in the room?
Allison Siegel of BestEverSports.com.
Yeah.
How do you feel about having your first fight in the United States or in Vegas?
Nah, it feels good, man. I mean, I've been trying to fight here for some time. Obviously, some of the bigger names, I was more risk than reward to fight. So the opportunity couldn't arise. I had to start somewhere. I want to thank Millennium, WEALTH TV, giving me the opportunity to fight Bronco, who, like I said, I respect, and he's going to come out and try and do his thing against me, and I'm going to try and do my thing against him. And the best man's going to win. But I really believe in my talent, believe in my skill and ability, and that's why we're here. We're going to showcase that on Saturday.
Face to face. Face to face? Okay, thanks.